Hi, this is Isabelle here, and I'm live from near Sedona, Arizona. You can see I'm all around cactus all around me. I love this big one in the background, and I'm gonna just show you around so that you see where I am. It's hot here, I'm sweating, so I have my hat. But I wanted to do a Facebook Live right from here so that you experience it. And I'm with my friend Jennifer. We are driving together to Sedona. We have a really cool mastermind retreat coming up in the next 3 days with other visionary women and my wonderful coach Kendra. So excited about that. And I've been driving all the way from San Francisco to here in 2 days. And the reason why I wanted to do this Facebook Live specifically is because I'm super excited. Another long time dream of mine is coming through. And I'm excited to share that with you, mainly to inspire you go for your dreams, not wait for someday. You know, we all have, I'll do that maybe someday in the future. I know that I'm really good at being clear on what I want and visualizing the future. And sometimes sometimes I delay and I say, someday I will go. Let me see, I'm just looking. This is the first time I'm doing a Facebook Live on my phone. So I'm noticing some sign here. I hope it's all is working well. I hope it's working correctly. Bring them on camera. So, okay, I see. Okay, great. Hi Maggie. I see you. Hi Celia. Oh, great to see you. That's awesome. So yes, look at where I am. It's wonderful. About the dream I wanted to share with you. So I'm gonna share with you. Let me show you this. Let's see if I can bring it on camera. Is that here? Let's see. This way. This way around. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, and yes, it's in French, and it says in French, un rêve américain réalisable, which means American dream possible. And there is a picture of this, which is Monument Valley. So there is a cool story behind that picture. I've had that picture for 15 years. And it's in French because I got it in Montreal. It was part of a magazine that I got when I was living in Montreal, Canada. And it was in my bedroom at the time. It was 15 years ago. So, I'm from France originally, and I lived 6 years in Montreal, Canada. Some of you may know. And when I was in Montreal, at some point I started realizing, I really want to move to the US. I want to move to San Francisco, and I was really called to do that. And then I was doing a lot of visualizing what I want, a lot of vision boards, having images of San Francisco, the US. I do that for 1 or 2 years, a lot, of really visioning and visualizing. I see a thumbs up. I love seeing that. I love seeing you send me heart and thumbs up. It's great to see the feedback, especially as I'm outside in the sun. And then I was doing that, and at some point, this picture was actually on the wall in my bedroom, in my apartment in Montreal. I remember specifically the location. I remember seeing it, and it was there as a reminder of my dream to move to the US. So when I would forget, I would see it every day, and I was like, yes, this is what I want. Yes, it's gonna happen. And it was Monument Valley because it also has been a kind of long time dream of mine, a place I've always wanted to go. I think because in France we see a lot of movies from the US, westerns, and a lot of them happens in Monument Valley, and so that was kind of a childhood dream for me. And I'm excited because in 5 days, 6 days now, I'm gonna be in Monument Valley. So next weekend, I'm going with a friend to Monument Valley, and I'm super excited because I'm gonna do horseback riding there, which also it's a dream of mine to do that there specifically. And I'm also we're gonna spend the night with Navajo Indians. So I booked a full experience where we spend the evening with them, seeing the Monument Valley at sunset and having the Navajo Indian explain to us, their tradition, and having a meal with them, plus singing and dancing and staying overnight in a traditional Navajo, I think it's called a hogan, where we're gonna sleep on the floor And I love that in the morning when I have a sunrise, also going through Monument Valley and everything. So I'm super excited about this coming whale. And I wanted to share with you specifically because initially I was not planning to do it. So I had already a mastermind retreat planned for Sedona this week, planned for a while back. And I was called initially to do a road trip here, but because I already took vacation to go to Scotland in July, I'm like, yeah, I have stuff to do for my business, and I cannot really, why now take another 2 or 3 weeks of vacation? It would be too much with the things I have going on for my business right now. So initially I was kind of discounting it. And then I became creative, because often we discount stuff, and how can I make that happen? And I'm like, oh wow, if I go there for 2 weeks, if I want to drive from San Francisco all the way to Sedona, which is a freaking long drive, I really need to stay at least 2 weeks. Otherwise, if I stay 1 week, it's going to be really tiring and not really worth it. So I'm saying, oh, how can I stay around Sedona for 2 weeks? And I say, oh, maybe there is a week I can work remotely from there. So this way I can be there and still do my business stuff. And this is the same time right now as in California. So for all my client session and everything, it works great. Okay, awesome. So and I find a way to do that, and then to go and see Monument Valley, which is only 4 or 5 hours drive from Sedona, so it's working really well. And the week after, I'll be staying in Sedona to work remotely from there. It's funny, there is so much. I think I'm sweating so much I cannot see myself. On the camera. Hopefully I think you still see me, but it's just like it's so hot. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I wipe the screen, that might not be good to do that. So let's see if I can turn around with the sun. Maybe I see myself a bit better. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully you can see me pretty well. So yes, it's working great, and everything lined up just perfectly, where I'm gonna see a friend of mine, a French friend of mine, who actually I've known in Montreal. Hi Celine, if you are listening that later. I known her when I was in Montreal, Canada, so 15 years ago, and she actually now is in Phoenix, Arizona, so she's gonna come with me. I'm gonna see her in Sedona, and thanks to her I was able to find a wonderful location to stay in Sedona the week after to work there, so I'm super grateful for that. And so this is great, and I'm gonna see another friend as well, and we're gonna go to Monument Valley together. So yes, really sharing that for you so that you how sometimes we make all kind of excuses. We say, oh, I've always wanted to do that, but this is not the right timing. I sometimes even silly excuses like, I don't have the right clothes. Oh, there is too much driving. Just I know for myself all kind of excuses. Or sometimes it's, I still have time. I can do that later in the future. And then we keep saying that every year, every 5 years, every 10 years, and then you get older and like, oh. Maybe there is not much time for me in the future. And I know that because I've done that. This dream, it has been like 15 years. And I'm like, especially after Scotland, now I'm just like, you know what? I'm not waiting anymore. And I'm doing it now. It's not going to be in the future. It's going to be now. The things I can do, of course, you cannot do everything now. But when I have the opportunity, I'm making it happen. And I'm trying to have less excuses. Because you can keep, having excuses for the rest of your life, basically. And I'm not saying sometimes there is reason. Sometimes you have to have discernment. Sometimes it's not the right timing because it's coming from a place of discernment. I'm not saying, you throw everything out of the window. It's not what I'm saying here. Because I know as I help my clients, that they are not ready yet to make the switch to a new career. They have to prepare it. But it's different when it's coming from a place of discernment, rather than coming from a place of fear and making excuses that you keep making. So it's, really noticing the difference. And I encourage you right now to share, and I would love to hear for you, share in the comments, what are some of the things you've been always wanting to do, either traveling somewhere or maybe it can be something very simple, something that an activity you can do, on the weekend, or something you've always wanted to do and you keep saying, oh, one day I'll do it. So really think about that for yourself, because we have such a beautiful life and we are here to enjoy it. And we are not here to say someday, live someday. We are here to make it happen now. So this is my intention and desire for you so that you can make it happen now. And I would love to hear what's coming up for you, what this is inspiring, what's bubbling up. I love hearing from you. So let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll probably do other Facebook Live on my trip, so you'll have a chance to follow me on this amazing trip. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.